Jaws is a 1975 American film directed by Steven Spielberg and based on Peter Benchley's 1974 novel of the same name. The prototypical summer blockbuster, its release is regarded as a watershed moment in motion picture history. In the story, a giant man-eating great white shark attacks beachgoers on Amity Island, a fictional New England summer resort town, prompting the local police chief to hunt it with the help of a marine biologist and a professional shark hunter. The film stars Roy Scheider as police chief Martin Brody, Richard Dreyfuss as oceanographer Matt Hooper, Robert Shaw as shark hunter Quint, Murray Hamilton as Larry Vaughn, the mayor of Amity Island, and Lorraine Gary as Brody's wife, Ellen. The screenplay is credited to both Benchley, who wrote the first drafts, and actor-writer Carl Gottlieb, who rewrote the script during principal photography. Shot mostly on location on Martha's Vineyard in Massachusetts, the film had a troubled production, going over budget and past schedule. As the art department's mechanical sharks suffered many malfunctions, Spielberg decided to mostly suggest the animal's presence, employing an ominous, minimalistic theme created by composer John Williams to indicate the shark's impending appearances. Spielberg and others have compared this suggestive approach to that of classic thriller director Alfred Hitchcock. Universal Pictures gave the film what was then an exceptionally wide release for a major studio picture, over 450 screens, accompanied by an extensive marketing campaign with a heavy emphasis on television spots and tie-in merchandise. Now considered one of the greatest films ever made, Jaws became the highest-grossing film of all time until Star Wars. It won several awards for its soundtrack and editing. Along with Star Wars, Jaws was pivotal in establishing the modern Hollywood business model, which revolves around high box office returns from action and adventure pictures with simple, high-concept premises that are released during the summer in thousands of theaters and supported by heavy advertising. It was followed by 3 sequels, none with the participation of Spielberg or Benchley, and many imitative thrillers. In 2001, Jaws was selected by the Library of Congress for preservation in the United States National Film Registry, being deemed culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant. Plot: during a late-night beach party on Amity Island, a young woman goes swimming in the ocean. While treading water, she is violently pulled under. The next morning, her remains are found on the shore. The medical examiner determines it was a shark attack, and Police Chief Martin Brody intends to close the beaches. Mayor Larry Vaughn overrules him, fearing the news will ruin the summer tourist season, the town's primary revenue source. He theorizes the girl was killed in a boating accident, and the coroner now concurs. Brody reluctantly accepts their conclusion until another fatal shark attack occurs shortly after. Amid an amateur shark hunting frenzy, local professional shark hunter Quint offers his services for $10,000. Meanwhile, Matt Hooper, a consulting oceanographer, arrives and examines the first victim's remains. He concludes the death was a shark attack. When local fishermen catch a large tiger shark, the mayor proclaims the beaches are safe. Hooper doubts it is the same predator, however, confirming this after finding no human remains inside its stomach. While cruising the local waters at night, Brody and Hooper discover a half-sunken boat. Hooper examines the vessel underwater and retrieves a sizable great white shark's tooth embedded in the hull. Startled by finding Ben Gardner's partial remains, Hooper drops the tooth. Brody and Hooper inform Vaughn that a large great white shark is responsible, but discounting this, he refuses to close the beaches, allowing only added safety precautions. On the 4th of July weekend, tourists pack the beaches. Following a juvenile prank, the real shark enters a nearby estuary, killing a boater. Brody pushes a devastated Vaughn to hire Quint. Quint, Brody, and Hooper set out on Quint's boat, the Orca, to hunt the shark. While Brody lays down a chum line, Quint waits for an opportunity to hook the shark. Without warning, it appears behind the boat. Quint, estimating its length at 25, harpoons it with a line attached to a flotation barrel, but the shark pulls the barrel underwater and disappears. By nightfall, the men retire to the boat's cabin, and the three swap stories. Quint recounts surviving the shark attacks following the sinking of the USS Indianapolis during World War II. The Great White returns, ramming the boat's hull and killing the power. The men work through the night repairing the engine. In the morning, Brody attempts to call the Coast Guard, but Quint smashes the radio, enraging Brody. After a long chase, Quint harpoons another barrel into the shark. The line is tied to the stern, but the shark drags the boat backwards, swamping the deck and flooding the engine compartment with seawater. Quint severs the line to prevent the transom from being pulled out. He heads toward shore to draw the quarry into shallower waters, but the overtaxed and damaged engine stalls. With the boat immobilized, the trio attempt a riskier approach. Hooper dons scuba gear and enters the water in a shark-proof cage, intending to lethally inject the shark with strychnine using a hypodermic spear. The shark demolishes the cage before Hooper can spear it, and he escapes to the seabed. The shark attacks the boat directly, killing Quint. Brody, trapped on the sinking vessel, shoves a pressurized scuba tank into the shark's mouth, and, climbing the mast, shoots the tank with Quint's rifle. The resulting explosion obliterates the shark. Hooper surfaces, and he and Brody paddle to Amity Island, clinging to boat wreckage.